we're back in by pen set number 1 from last video. I'm just going to check out that pen set, see if there's any activity, and if there is, throw some more birch tips in it. I'm going to come back tomorrow and probably put the snares in them. Right now I can already see tracks leading through this gate. So that gate is being used, leading through that gate, which is being used. That one was not used. I might just block that one off. Looks like that gate there was used just before it snowed a bit. And looking in at these birch tips, as you can see, let me see how close I can get here. You see that they're all chewed off to a point. The rabbit's been feeding on that. So we know there's at least one rabbit coming into this one. I'm just going to throw in some birch tips and then on to the next pen set. I also would like to share with you this. I'll show you that in a second. That's deployable pen sets. I got the idea, well, I did it a bit last, or actually it was 2 years ago now when I did it. But I got the idea from Chuck, my good friend Charlie. I call him Chuck. Charlie White from NL Ghost Wolf. Check his channel out. Link in the description for that. They were running active in here. Now let's see if they actually went over to the pen set. That's a squirrel. It didn't get touched, but I'm not upset. We'll check it again in the morning. Itty itty bitty mouse tracks. That's actually a buddy of mine. Dropped by, we had a chat there and talking about pen sets and stuff. And anyways, I think I'm going to set one up in here because there is, down on the rabbit level, food looks like it's starting to get scarce. So, even though a pen set might not be necessary at all in here, it might be beneficial because well, they're gonna get quick and easy food. See, then what I like to do is just give them a little treat here and there. Just be like, hey look, we're not a threat to you yet. That's it. That's all it takes to set up. So I went with a bit of a bigger design than I did last time, or that you normally see, and my whole reasoning for that is I want the rabbits to kind of not feel like they're going in something, but rather they're just, you know, just moving about the woods. So that's why I'm trying to make it as open as possible, because I'm hoping it'll have a positive effect. But that's just my theory. I don't know if that's right or wrong, but we'll see. But the risk of that is also birds of prey. So what I'm going to be doing is putting a few boughs just over to each gate, so if the rabbit ends up dead around this area, they'll more than likely somewhat be protected from aerial view of birds. So we got the pen set right there, trail cam right there. See if we get some footage for you. Alright, we'll check in here now. See if there's another spot to deploy the deployable pen set. Put it a bit deeper in here. This should work. All right, so that's the deployable pen number 2. As you can see, there's a gate right there in that corner. Then there is one in this corner, and then one in this corner, but nothing down in that corner down there. I want it to be a little more like intriguing to enter instead of cautious. So having the birch tips spaced out, making it so that they can get in there and freely move about a bit. That's my theory about making it a little bigger. But there's obviously a trade-off because it's much larger, it's more cumbersome. They cost more to make. They use up more materials, right? So, well, let's set a trail cam up and we'll try this out. Well, sunlight's almost gone. These two people, they stopped to see if I was broken down, and then we just started talking, and man, we talked for the longest time about all kinds of stuff. Interesting. And then you meet some good people when you're out and about. And usually, when you're in the middle of nowhere, the people you meet are good people. It's awful dark in here now. I'm just gonna set up the camera so we can get some footage for you guys, get out of here, and then get home. And then I will see you guys back here while I'm setting the snares in I guess another day, maybe tomorrow. We'll see. I'm back out here now. I got Zach with me, and we're going to be setting the snares on the first pen set here now. One thing I always like to do is I find a tree, something that's a high resin tree like spruce or, you know, an evergreen, and I'll just give it a quick little bang like that. And I like to take my snare wire, I'll just put it down inside there, and then just run it back and forth. That'll get my scent off the wire and then mask the smell a little bit, making it smell a little more natural. Now that I have that shape, I'll just run her down, keeping a nice curvature of the wire, and just allow that to load a little bit with a bit of spring tension so it works more like a spring. That way, when the animal goes in and pulls forward, it shoots tight a little bit. As you can see, it's about 4 fingers up. It's a little more wider than it is taller as they duck their ears, and a chin up stick just so they won't go with their head down and they'll jump through. Another one over there, and in there, same setup pretty much everywhere. So on to the next set. Well, as you can see, this pin set here, no shortage of rabbit activity in there. Looks like they were just hanging out in there for a couple days. Amount of poop in there, it's everywhere. Look, it's crazy. Well, there you have the snare all set up. We're just gonna throw some more birch tips in there and we're done with it. On to the next one. So this one that had no activity the other day still has no activity going on. So, gonna somewhat abandon this one. It's been a few days now. But because we do have activity over here, and a fair bit of it, there's a rabbit using this run pretty frequently. I just blocked it off here, put a single snare in. I put birch tips there where it overhangs kind of on both sides of the snare so that the rabbit's gonna wanna eat it and then get to the other side, go through the snare from whichever side they're on. Well, that's my theory anyways. We'll see if it works. So as you can see from the footage, we had a rabbit who was pretty shy. I didn't think we had any rabbits around, but if it wasn't for the trail camera, I wouldn't have known. But nothing went inside. He's a very shy rabbit, but he's interested, so he was going around the pen. So all I did was take what I would have put there. They're still attracted to the birch, he just didn't want to go inside. So instead of putting it in the gate there, he was on the proximity of this thing. I just created another little guide here, get him in there. And I'll still throw some more birch tips in there. thought there was more rabbits here, but I guess it was just that one shy one leaving a lot of prints. We'll probably come get that one and then check out the activity in here in the next little while, and if it doesn't work, we'll just move the set. It's only a matter of taking off the string and dragging it out of here. Attempt number 1, I didn't make it. It pays to be stubborn.